Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day I bid to all lecturers. My name is Muhammad Nurnaim Rozali. My metric number is F17A0049. Today I'll be presenting the proposal for my final year project. My SV is Professor Madya Dr. Lee Seong Wei. So the title of my final year project is Effects of Fermented Soybean Meal to the Growth of African Catfish. First, the research background. Protein source in animal feeds. Animal feeds product come from two types of sources. One is derived from animal-based byproducts like fish meal, and another one is derived from plant-based product like soy meal. The amount of protein and the price differs between sources. It depends on where and how sources are harvested, processed. Process will determine the quality, and the quality will determine the price. Soybean meal is one of the most popular plant-based source of protein. It is actually a soybean oil extraction byproduct. It contains fairly high protein content, around 45 to 50% of stable supply, and it is quite stable supply, but the price is unpredicted. Fish meal is a brownish powder that is obtained from drying, frying, and pressing caught fish. Pelagic species are sea fishes that move in colonies and grows in the seas. Fish's food supply is primarily plankton. Majority of the species are substantially more fat than the other fish. Usually, about 90 million tons of fish landings have been recorded, and one of third them have been turned into fish oil and fish meal, while the balance 60 million tons are sold as canned, fresh, or frozen fish. Now, fish meal is a good and common source of protein used in the mixture of animal feeds. However, the price is very high, and the quantity needed is a lot whenever we are formulating feeds. Based on indexmuni.com price for fish meal per ton by January 2020 is 5,629 ringgit. Therefore, an alternative protein with cheaper price but with the same protein value must be found to improve aquaculture industry. One of the suggested raw material that can be used is soybean meal. Unfortunately, most of the fish cannot digest the protein due to anti-nutritional factors. However, with simple fermentation process, we can disintegrate those factors. The process involves of breaking soybean into smaller particles and fermenting the substance. By that, the crude protein in the soy can be degraded into peptone by the bacteria enzyme. The objective of my research is to prepare the fermented soy by using soybeans, molasses, and probiotics, and to determine the effects of fermented soybean 25% with the concentration of 75% to the growth of performance in African catfish. The scope of study. This research will focus on two different objectives that will prove the validity of the hypothesis. First, the research will focus on the effects of using fermented soy meal as substitute for fish meal given to fish. The result will be compared to the commercial feeds available. The result will be made by taking certain measurement on catfish. This includes by taking the length and the weight of the catfish in 8 weeks. Next is to test the acceptance of substitutes raw material by the catfish by using palatability scoring tests. The significance of the study is these findings will help to improve both aquaculture and feed technology industry. Greater study in this research will aid in us in finding more sustainable raw feed materials without relying on the usage of 100% of our natural resources. It is important to keep on developing new knowledge to improve the industry. Having better technology will help farmers to better manage their farm and to increase their productivity. The hypothesis that I suggest in this research is the fermented soybean meal can be used to replace the amount of protein sources lacked from each treatment, and the raw materials are acceptable by the fish that are used in each treatment. Objective is to prepare. I've mentioned it before, and this is my literature review. Kimarimuto is a is our local researcher. There are two in this that I took for catfish, and the other two is for soybean meal, fermented soybean meal. Methods that I will be using in this research, there are a few processes that must be done. First is the fermentation of soybean meal. So probiotic starter are dilute with using distilled water with 0.0001% concentration together with 10% concentration of molasses. Then soybeans are milled in until it reach the consistency texture of a powder. The powdered bean are then mixed well by using industrial mixer machine with the mixture of diluted pyretics and molasses to allow fermentation process to occur. The mixture are placed in airtight sealed container for 3 weeks or more to complete the fermentation process. Feed coating. Feed coating is by using industrial feed binders that are available from UMK Jelly campus. A concentration of consisting of 25% of fermented soybeans and 75% of commercial fish feeds are made. The binder used is carboxymethyl cellulose or CMC. For the fish growth measurement, each trial consists of 3 biological replicates, and in this case, there are two concentration used, 0% and 25%. The fishes will be fed twice per day, once in the morning around 10 a.m. and one in the evening around 5:30 p.m. Data of the mentioned parameters will be taken for 8 weeks. Thank you.